The update 14.8 is going to be the best update in World of Warships because not only you are going to get a tier 7 ship premium container for free, you are also going to get another tier 6 premium ship container for free. Yes, two tier 6 and tier 7 premium ships that you're getting in this update. And also there's going to be the massive opportunity for even veteran players. If you are an alpha and beta tester, you're going to get the coupon, a dedicated coupon that you can apply for a discount on steel ships. Like, that is kinda crazy. And tons of rewards that I was trying to explain you guys for a long time. You can go and check out my older videos. I have explained that fully, that you're going to get a tier 10 premium, I would say, cruiser Kushiro for free, and then there's going to be a tier 10 elite container that contains a tier 10 premium ship, and even a tier 8 premium elite container, which also, by the way, you can get if you are a veteran player. So crazy update and crazy things are about to happen. I will try to explain everything that you should not miss out on so that you can get all the rewards. And let's start talking about it with the help of this patch note, that what you can expect in this whole update 14.8. And by the way, if you have not subscribed to my channel, be sure to subscribe, because I made daily World of Warship videos. I try to explain everything, including newses, including dev blogs, including gameplays, including everything that World of Warship has to offer to you guys, and I will just simply make for you guys so that you have easier time understanding them and also play the game in the best way possible. So why not subscribe? And let's start talking about this whole patch note, because this is very key thing so that you know everything. Update 14.8. A decade at sea. By the way, this patch note always contain a 1 day of premium time. So if you don't have a premium time, you can get an extra 24 hours for this and can get some value by playing the game and get extra credits and XP, which is pretty nice. Always happens with the patch note. And then we are going to have a decade at sea, which is going to be the 10th anniversary with bonuses, which by the way they have explained. A 10th anniversary gift container, which I have already said, is guaranteed to drop a tier 6 premium ship. Simply log into the game tomorrow. If you are especially a EU or Asian player, you will log in tomorrow, you will get a tier 6 premium ship container. And then there's also going to be tier 7 premium ship container, which I have also said. Now it's gonna be in the even pass. By just simply playing the game, you get these two containers for free. Amazing, right? And then if you are a older or veteran player, you're going to get the tier 8 premium elite container. So if you have played for more than 5 years, well, this is also a gift that UrAvgWarGamer has given, for those players, which is like amazing. And also the biggest and the most valuable reward that a player can get if he has played for 10 years in World of Warships. You're going to get tier 10 special ship elite container. Amazing. Kushiro, I have already talked about that as well, that you have also this massive opportunity to get this cruiser for free. 130 super containers from festive tokens tomorrow, also for free if you have a lot of ships in your port. If you are a veteran player, this is something that you can easily utilize and get everything that you should get and deserve to get. And also, I was talking about the alpha and beta testers. Here is the thing. You are going to get two coupons, not one, but two exclusive coupons. One for steel ships, one for coal ships. Also the same for the beta testers, one for steel ships, one for coal ship. 50% discount for beta testers, 90% discount on alpha testers. So if you are one of those guys who have tried to test this game, quite a lot of, long time ago, well, you're going to get these discounts, which I would say is a very, very nice thing. By the way, apart from getting 130 super containers, if you have enough festive tokens, by simply log in to the game, which you should, because you have to get all these rewards, right? You should log in, and if you are continuously logging in into the game, you're going to get extra super containers, some premium time, and also some festive tokens, which you can use to get again super containers, or maybe the Kushiro, or maybe quite a lot of other things, like for example these containers, which by the way can give you legendary commanders. These containers have collection elements. You collect them, eventually you complete that collection and get for yourself a unique commander. I have explained that, but I will also gonna explain these all things tomorrow when the patch hit. Okay, we still have like some couple of hours before the patch will about to happen for us, so don't worry about that. By the way, we're going to get the battle performance bonuses. Obviously, I don't need to explain that. You just simply play the game. You are going to accumulate the battle performance bonuses, and you can just redeem those bonuses to get 100 and get the festive tokens. As simple as that. Okay. If you do not understand this part, which I'm sure you should, because it's been happening for a long time, for the anniversary events as well as for the New Year events, which is called as the Santa event, which happens in December. I will explain this thing tomorrow, so don't worry about that. You can farm the festive tokens if you play the game, or if you simply play your favorite ships or whatever ship that you have in the port. And you can see that for every tier ship that you have in port, you're going to get festive tokens as that reward. Also, super ships going to give you 200 steel. So if you do have a lot of super ships, well, that's the extra steel that you can accumulate, which is, I would say, very, very nice thing. And then the Kushiro itself, you can get it for yourself if you have 10,000 festive tokens. If you have enough ships in your port, and if you're able to accumulate 10,000 festive tokens from the ships that you have in your port, well, this is something that you can get as the reward. And also beautiful decade dock port, which I will try to basically give my feedback tomorrow once the patch hits. I think this looks to be an amazing thing, to be honest, for this patch, which again, I do like ports, and this seems to be looking pretty nice, I must say. Then we have the update navigator, which, by the way, can give you a good idea of what to look for if you want to look for something. For example, in this case, the new blast from the past, I would say, game mode is coming. You can go and check that out from the update navigator. Again, something that I will explain tomorrow. You can also see the festive rewards here. If you are playing your ships, if you have trying to farm those festive rewards, you can do that and check those rewards, or at least the accumulation of those rewards from here. Your battle record, how much battles you have played, how many hours you have spent into the game, everything you can get from the battle record. Asymmetric battles are also coming back, and the new section will be here. The honorable service rewards, you will see that. I will also explain that in a second. And the biggest 10th voyage, 10th anniversary thing that is happening for a very long time now. It's been a month since that is happening, which kind of gives you quite a lot of steel or doubloons depending upon what you want to get. If you want to farm steel, you are getting 32,000 steel in total. If you are trying to playing this grand voyage according to Wargaming, whatever they want to do or want you to do, so you can get some steel or doubloons because of that. So you can see Wargaming basically showing us that this is the battle record, 3 years, and all the things here. Now coming up to the honorable service. Okay, so what they have done from update 14.8 is that if you keep playing this game, and if you want to get a dedicated set of rewards, which now Wargaming will give you after this update, and every year they will going to get more and more reward because you've been a veteran player or you've been playing this game for a very long time. So for example, if you play this game for 5 years from now, you're going to get a premium ship tier 8 elite container. Okay, and also a couple of other rewards like the super container, the unique economic bonuses, and a couple of other things that is going to be also the extra along with this ship. And then if you have played for 10 years, again, you're going to get the tier 10 special ship elite container. So it does not matter that you have started playing maybe in 2018 or 2020 or maybe even in 2023. What really matters, if you are playing from 2023, if for some reason you've been playing for more than 10 years or at least 10 years from 2023 to 2020, or I would say 2033, okay, if you've been playing for 10 years from that time, then you're going to eventually get the tier 10 elite container. Okay, so if you've been playing from 2015, you should get this container hopefully tomorrow by just simply logging in and just simply get the reward like that. It's just the matter of if you have played how many years, and depending upon that, you're going to get these rewards. So hopefully that answers this very important question, that how you will be getting these containers. And then obviously the 10th anniversary grand voyage, you're getting GQ Johnny, by the way, as well. If you have basically watched my older videos, if you know what I was talking about in my last previous videos, you know that I have emphasized on this fact that you can get some voyage tokens, as well as if you play 5 battles every day, you're going to get the GQ Johnny in 90 days if you are playing 5 battles. And also you're going to get the voyage tokens over time, which you can convert for doubloons or steel. Amazing thing that Wargaming does alongside with those rewards that I have mentioned above. And then new German cruisers, they will be coming up with I would say the secondaries that you can manually control, which I would say will be interesting. We will talk about that if I get these ships, but that is something that you can also expect in the update 14.8. And then last but not the least, something that everyone would like to get is a premium ship 7 container. This is going to be the final reward for the free event pass, and also a couple of, I would say, destruction effects like the new blue explosion, as you can see here. And you can see here that the first progression reward, if you can see, will ultimately going to give you a commander, I mean, and also like this tier 7 premium container. And also the second progression line will going to give you a tier 7 premium cruiser Optio, which by the way is the copy of Ferruccio, which by the way is again an old cruiser that I think released in 2023 at December. So if you are interested in this cruiser, you can definitely buy this second progression line for 2500 doubloons. Something that I would like to, just explain you that what is the expected rewards, what are the expected rewards. And then also you're going to get this is fine destruction effect, something that you are only going to get in the paid pass, something that if you are interested you can spend some doubloons. And then again weekly and daily missions that used to happen always, and then the blast from the past, which by the way not going to include carriers and submarines. And also we're going to have the ships, the only ships that represent the timeline in 2015, 2017, 19, 2022, like the ships that got released in these years, we are only limited to play those ships at that time, but in the form of the blast from the past. So for example, if we have the Warspite, a premium ship, or maybe the Yamato in 2015 or the Montana in 2015, we can play those ships only, not the ships that have released later on. For example, the Gudenliu, the upcoming latest premium, the latest premium ships like I would say the Sibir, or maybe the ships like we have seen the Shinano. You cannot have them in this year, okay, which is I would say a very nice thing. It's going to be very refreshing for the players because, well, there's not going to be any hybrids, there's not going to be any burst fire, anything like that, airstrikes, combat instructions, all of this thing will not going to be including in these, I would say, game mode blast from the past. So something I'm genuinely interested in, and how it's gonna play out, well, we will eventually find out. And then we are going to have asymmetric battles once again. A lot of players do love this. This is a game mode that it is PvE. It's basically players against bots, and you do have quite a lot of bots to face. Like you have to fight against those bots. Those are pretty decent bots, to be honest. They have really good, I would say, aiming against your ship. So if you do play well, it's gonna be rewarded quite a lot, and it's gonna be unlike random battles where there's gonna be so much gimmicks at tier 10, which kind of really, puts the sour into your mouth. You will avoid that by just simply playing the asymmetric battles, something that will be pretty nice to take a look at. And then In the Name of Tomorrow continues. So if you have not farmed and get the San Diego for free, which is another tier 8 premium cruiser that you can get for free, this patch 14.7, if you have somehow managed not to get this ship, you still have the opportunity, I think, for 2 weeks from now. So for the first 2 weeks of update 14.8, you are going to have these operations, and you will eventually able to play those operations and manage for yourself San Diego still, which I would say is a great thing, something that you should know if you are basically starting from the update 14.8. Also, the module damage rework is coming as well, which means no more torpedo tubes destroyed, no more main battery guns destroyed, no more anti-air or secondary battery destroyed. You are going to have all the ship modules intact, but they will be in a critical condition where they cannot do at all anything, right? For some seconds, for a couple of minutes maybe, they will not gonna be useful at all because they are critically damaged, and then they will be restored, okay? Which is unlike right now where our module will just permanently get destroyed and we cannot use it for the whole game. Now that is a massive change, and I just love this thing so much that I cannot emphasize this enough. Really good module damage work, in fact. And then the submarines will be also coming in operations, something which again, if you are a submarine player, you will definitely gonna be enjoying them in the operations. You can use them and you are going to have some extra benefits like the call patrol bomber consumable that you will have the speed and maneuverability as well, increased speed, which again will be pretty nice to play in operation. Something that you should know, the Laffey dockyard is still going around, which again something that you should really do if you are trying to complete and get this ship itself, get this ship for yourself, because the Laffey, in my personal opinion, is a very, very powerful and a good destroyer that you should not miss out on, okay? And it's gonna be pretty cheap. Even if you have just started playing the game maybe in update 14.8 or tomorrow, if you have just started playing this game tomorrow, you can still spend only 6,000 doubloons and get for yourself the Laffey by just completing those, I would say, the dockyard combat missions. And over time, if you complete all of them, you will have for yourself a ship which in my opinion is a very good destroyer at tier 10, a worthy ship in your port, I must say. And then something which you should really know, that the ship rotation event is obviously there, and they are removing some ships temporarily from the Armory and Premium shop, including Velos, Constellation, Tune. As you can see, there's a whole list of that. These will be temporarily removed, okay? And then the following ships will be added because they have removed these ships. They will add these ships in return, and also the ships that UrAvgWarGaming has never listed in the Armory on Premium shop. They are going to be available tomorrow in the update 14.8, which is going to be the Navarin, the Picardy, the Miniguma, and Jupiter 42. Now you can buy them alongside with these ships, okay? Something that you should know if you are genuinely interested in these premium ships, well, here is the list for yourself. These will be getting removed, so if you want to, you know, get these ships right now, you can buy it because they will be removed, but they will come back soon, so don't worry about that. Don't get into the FOMO. That's what I would say. And then obviously the 10th anniversary wishing wharf, I will gonna explain that tomorrow, what you can expect from this whole thing. Tomorrow will be the best time to talk about that. And then the rarity changes, which I won't say is very interested, or I would say I am generally not interested in that. And then recruiting station changes, I don't think so there is much very sort of an important information that you should really know. Last but not the least, the clan battles are coming back with this season 31 called Mahi Mahi, in which now you have to play tier 10 ships, 7 versus 7 format. Again, something that if you do play clan battles, it's coming in September 10th, so be sure to check that out. The ranked battles fresh season is also coming back tomorrow, so you know, tier 8, tier 7 ships, tier 9, tier 10, and the same, I think this is the same sort of design. We are going to get the carriers, you know, all that usual stuff that always happen in ranked battles. Then we are going to have some fresh brawls, Brawl 1, Brawl 2, Brawl 3 for the dates like here respectively. And then some content additions and changes. We're going to get tier 9 ships and super ships made of steel permanent camouflages, which again something that you should never invest your steel in, regardless if they even give you a economic booster alongside with the made of steel permanent camouflage. Never buy or spend steel on these camouflages. It's not worth it. Honestly, it's not something that you should really spend your money on, or I would say the steel on, because you have the ton of steel ships. that you can buy from the steel itself rather than getting a permanent camouflage alongside with the economic booster. Something that I would like to assure you about. And then some other changes which you can see very limited. Probably something that is very notable, that Wargaming temporal super sampling graphic option is a bit blurry to your eyes if you are basically having this option turned on. So they are basically fixing that, which I would say is a nice thing, and all the other things you might take a look at in the player support. So I hope you get the good idea of the update 14.8. I will make tomorrow a dedicated video in which I will explain how you can get all of these rewards as fast as possible and all of them very quickly, so you do not miss out anything. Okay, if you have any question about this patch note, let me know in the comment. Take care guys, and tomorrow we will meet again with a very important video, and I hope that you will watch this video and tomorrow's video by heart, because that will help you a lot. That will help you guys so much, you know, in terms of the information that I will try to explain. So take care guys, peace out.